3 ideas that will help your software engineering job search. At least I really hope they help. I really hope they help. There are a lot of smarter people than me on the internet talking about this, so you don't have to watch this video if you don't want to, but I do think these things will really help. So let me share with you my results. I'm going back to CNN. I was a software engineer there before I went on this whole journey where I was just trying a whole bunch of different things. Going back, I had to interview fresh with them and go through 5 different interviews, and I was able to get an offer back. I also got interviews at 3 other companies. I didn't get any offers from those companies, but I did get interviews, and I feel like if I would have stayed in the market longer, I would have gotten more interviews and eventually more offers because these 3 ideas are so potent. So let's get into what these ideas are. So if you're looking for a dev job, looking for a software engineering job, I think this can really help you. And again, there are people who are a lot smarter than me, so feel free to, or I encourage you to listen to other people's ideas as well. So let's get into it. The first thing I would say is to develop an effort-based system, a system that allows you to know whether or not you've done enough for the day. Because if you're anything like me, what's your life like when you're applying to jobs? You feel like there's always more you can do. There's more apps you can apply to. There's more of whatever course you're studying you can do. There's more of whatever side project you're building you could build. There's so many things that you could do. So how do you know when you're done? If you're like me, I like playing sports. I like playing guitar. I like hanging out with my wife, my family, my friends. And it's when you're job searching, I almost felt like I wasn't allowed to do anything that was fun until I got a job. That's how it felt sometimes. So I had to develop a system that was effort-based that told me whether or not I won the day. And so I really encourage you to do this too, because it really helped me. And I'll share with you my system, but I think any effort-based system would work. I use the Pomodoro method, which means it's technically 25 minutes on, 5 minutes off. But what I was just doing was 25 minutes on and then a break of some sort. I was aiming for between 2 to 9 Pomodoros every single day, 7 days a week. And this was really nice because on weekends or something, or even if weekdays, if there's a day that was busy, or if I just was like really not feeling it one day, I would just do the minimum, just do 2 or 3. But then on most days, I was trying to get all the way to 9 if I could. Most days I honestly didn't get to 9, but a few days I did. And what I did is I just stopped myself. After I got to 9, I said, all right, that's enough, and let's go have fun now. And that was just really nice. And you can always increase the max if you are consistently hitting the max and you feel like you have more fuel in the tank every day. But I found 2 to 9 to be really good, especially doing it 7 days a week. I found to be really good. So that was pivotal for me. Having some sort of system that tells me, did I win the day or did I lose the day, I think is huge. So that's the first thing. The second thing is optional. I'm gonna say optional, but I think it is worth mentioning, which is to start building your online engineering presence. So again, this is optional. I don't think you need to do this, but I enjoyed doing this and it was fun to progress at. So, one thing I did is I updated my personal website portfolio. I created this small little fun game called Village Savior, just using JavaScript, where HTML, CSS, JavaScript, where you're this archer running around in the forest, fighting goblins and bandits, and you can hire a ninja to help you. It's a pretty awesome game. You can actually go play it if you want. I would love if you played it actually. Let me know how it goes. Let me know how you like it. But that was like something that was kind of fun to talk about with people. And let's see what else I did. Oh yeah, I answered a few more Stack Overflow questions, increased the Stack Overflow reputation. And I even made a couple of videos on stuff I was learning. Creating some sort of engineering content I think is kind of cool, can be helpful. The only reason I say can be is because somebody did bring it up in my interview saying, oh, I saw your Big O notation video. And in it, like the actual interviewer brought that up, which I can imagine was impressionable in a good way. Hopefully it was impressionable in a good way. So anyway, this second one is optional, building some sort of software engineering presence. Let's get to the third one, which I don't think is optional. I think is actually just as important as the first one. The third thing I will say, idea that I will share with you that I think was a game changer for me, was identifying the most high leverage tasks, the tasks that are gonna move the needle the most, and doing those with your best brain. Like whenever you are functioning well, make sure you're doing your highest leverage tasks, or at least if you only have a little bit of time for the job search today, make sure you're doing the highest leverage tasks. So identify what they are and aim your most productive time at them. So for me, what I thought the tasks that were the highest leverage were: 1, actually doing high quality job applications. And by high quality, I mean doing thoughtful responses, reaching out to people who work at the company after I apply and just saying something like, hey, I just applied to this job. How do you have any recommendations on how I can make my application stand out, or something like that? Just trying to get some dialogue going to make my app seen. But anyway, yeah, actually applying to jobs. Two was for me, another high leverage task was doing lead code, and a third one was data structures and algorithms. This course I'm taking, leveling up my skills and actually applying to jobs are the highest leverage tasks. And then after I did that, if I had time, I would, go work on Village Savior. If I had time, I would work on my website. Stuff like that was more fun, but identifying the highest leverage tasks and doing those first, I think is really, really, really important. So whatever you think is the highest leverage tasks, I'm sure you'll probably have overlap with me, but whatever you think is the highest leverage tasks, again, prioritize those. So those are the 3 tips. Again, develop a system that helps you win, helps you know if you won the day. 2 is optional. Create some sort of engineering online presence. And 3 is figure out what your highest leverage tasks are and do those with, I don't want to say, like, for me it's first thing in the morning, but do those with your most productive brain, because a lot of engineers I know are night owls. So maybe your most productive time is in the evening. But anyway, those are the 3. And one more bonus tip. This is actually like a tip my wife gave me that was really, really helpful. Was I would actually recommend every time you apply to a job to put it in an Excel tracker, or I put it in a Google Excel sheet where I just put every single company I applied to and maybe some notes on the application. And this was so important, because I sometimes felt like I would get to the end of the week and think, man, I've applied to all these jobs and no one responded to me. And then I would look, and really I actually only applied to 5 jobs that week. So I think just having a tracker to actually know objectively how many jobs you're applying to is really helpful. And your confidence does grow as that tracker grows. So that's a bonus tip that I hope you find useful. So if you found this video useful, please leave me a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. And I really wish you the best of luck on your job search. I know the job search, hard part of it is just keeping your morale high, because it's just hard. At least for me, you just send out so many applications and you get so many automated rejections, and that can really hurt your ego. But I think if you keep going and you keep persisting and you keep growing, you will find something that you're excited about. And I really wish you the best of luck. And I'll talk to you all in the next one.